Hey, wait, before we start, I want to ask you something simple.
Go ahead.
When was the last time you were kind to yourself? Not to your friend, not to your family, to yourself.
That is actually a hard question.
Right? Most people can answer that question for others, but for themselves, silence.
And that silence says a lot.
It does. So today, we are going to talk about something that sounds simple but feels difficult for many people, learning to love yourself more.
And we are going to keep it real, keep it honest, and keep it easy to follow.
So stay with us. This conversation might be exactly what you needed today. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. English Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm James. So happy you were here with us today.
If this is your first time listening, welcome. You found a good place to practice your English.
We talk about real-life topics using simple, everyday English.
And today's topic is very personal, very real, and very important.
We are talking about self-love, but not the kind you see on social media.
Not perfect photos and happy quotes. Real self-love, the kind you practice in small, quiet moments every day.
But before we go deeper, we have a small favor to ask.
If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to Mr. English Podcast.
And share it with one friend, one family member, or anyone who's learning English.
Sharing helps us grow, and it helps more learners find us.
Okay, now let us begin.
Emma, I want to start with something that happened to me recently.
Oh, tell me. I love a good real story.
So last week, I was very tired after work. Like, really tired. My back hurt, my eyes were heavy.
Okay, I already feel that.
And my phone rang. It was a friend. He wanted to go out for a walk and talk.
And you said yes.
I said yes immediately, without thinking.
Classic.
I went, I smiled, I listened. I was there physically, but inside, I was somewhere else completely.
Because your body was asking for rest, but you said no to yourself.
Exactly. And when I got home, I felt worse than before I left. Not because your friend is bad.
No, he's lovely, but because I did not listen to myself.
And that small moment is actually a big lesson.
It is, because we do that all the time. We say yes to everyone and quietly say no to ourselves.
And then we wonder why we feel tired and a little empty.
Yes, that empty feeling. I know it well.
I think many people listening right now know it too. So, Emma, when people say love yourself more, what do they actually mean?
Good question, because I think the phrase sounds big and maybe a little confusing.
It does, especially in English. Love yourself sounds very dramatic.
Right, like some kind of movie speech.
Stand in the mirror and say, I'm wonderful.
Yes, that is not what we mean.
So what do we mean?
Loving yourself more means you stop treating yourself like you don't matter.
Simple.
It means you give yourself the same kindness you give to the people you care about.
That's the key part. Because most people are very kind to others, very patient, very understanding.
But with themselves, they're strict and harsh.
Like a very tough boss who never says good job.
The boss who only sees the mistakes.
Exactly. And that boss lives in your own head.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
It is. But the good news is you can change how that inner voice speaks to you.
Can you really?
Yes. Slowly, with practice, and with small daily choices.
I want to share another story. This one is about a colleague of mine.
Go ahead.
She's a very hard worker. She always finishes her tasks early, she helps her team, she never complains.
That sounds like a great person.
She is. But one day she came to work and she looked completely different. Quiet, flat, like the light in her eyes was turned off.
Oh no.
I asked her if she was okay and she said, I don't know. I just feel nothing.
That's a heavy thing to say.
It is. And when we talked more, she said she couldn't remember the last time she did something just for herself.
Not for work, not for family, not for anyone else, just for her.
Yes, she gave and gave and gave, and one day there was nothing left.
Like a phone with zero battery.
Perfect image.
You can't call anyone with a dead phone.
And you can't give anything when you're completely empty inside.
So self-love in that case is charging yourself.
Charging yourself before you go back out into the world.
I really like that. Emma, I think there's a big reason why people find it hard to love themselves more.
What is the reason?
They feel guilty.
Guilty?
Yes, like taking care of yourself is something selfish.
Ah, that's very common.
People think if I rest, I'm lazy, or if I say no, I'm a bad friend.
Or if I spend time on myself, I'm ignoring my responsibilities.
Yes, all of those thoughts, and they feel very real when you're inside them.
But they're not all true.
They're not. Resting is not laziness, it's wisdom. Saying no sometimes is not cruelty, it's honesty. And taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's necessary.
Because a tired, empty, unhappy person cannot truly help anyone for long.
Not well, anyway.
You can pretend, you can smile, but the quality of your giving drops.
Yes, and people can feel it, even if they don't say it.
So loving yourself more is actually good for everyone around you too.
That's such a good point. It's not just about you, it's about the energy you bring to every relationship.
Okay, so how does someone actually start? What are the small steps?
I love this part, because I don't want people to think self-love is some huge project.
Right, it's not a big plan with 20 steps.
It starts with one small thing, one tiny choice.
Like what?
Like going to bed 30 minutes earlier because you're tired.
Simple.
Or drinking water before you check your phone in the morning.
Also simple.
Or saying to yourself, I did okay today, even if everything was not perfect.
That last one is harder than it sounds.
It really is, because we are trained to look at what went wrong.
Yes. At the end of the day, we list our mistakes, not our efforts.
And self-love says, look at both. Acknowledge both.
See the mistake, learn from it, but also see what you did right.
Even if what you did right was just getting through a hard day.
That counts.
It absolutely counts.
I want to talk about something that I think is very connected to this: boundaries.
Oh, this is important.
Because self-love without boundaries is just a nice feeling that gets taken away very quickly.
Explain what you mean by boundaries for our beginner listeners.
Sure. A boundary is like a line you draw around yourself. It says, this is okay, this is not okay.
Like a fence around your garden.
Yes, the fence is not there to be unfriendly.
It is there to protect what is inside.
Exactly. And people who love themselves know where their fence is.
And they are not afraid to say, please do not cross this line.
But many people do not have clear lines.
Or they have lines, but they let people walk over them again and again.
And then they feel frustrated, tired, used.
And they do not always understand why, because they said yes, they helped, they were there.
But they were there against their own wishes.
And that's the problem.
Yes. When you say yes and mean no, the yes does not feel good.
It feels like a small act of disrespect toward yourself.
And if you do that many times, it grows.
Into a big feeling of resentment.
Resentment is when you feel quietly angry because you feel life is not fair to you.
And often the unfairness isn't coming from outside.
It is coming from the promises you made that you did not want to make.
That is so honest. Can I tell a story now?
Please.
So, a few months ago, I had a friend who would text me late at night, like very late.
How late?
Sometimes 11, sometimes midnight.
Okay, that is late.
And the texts were long and emotional, and she needed a lot of support.
And you gave it.
Every time. I stayed up, I replied, I listened, I helped.
Because you're a caring person.
I am. But after a few weeks, I started to feel something strange.
What did you feel?
I started to feel a little angry. Not at her exactly, just tired and angry at the situation.
Resentment.
Yes, exactly that. And I didn't understand it at first because I chose to help.
But you chose to help without protecting your sleep, your rest, your own peace.
Right. And one night, I just didn't reply. I looked at the message and I thought, I can't do this tonight.
And what happened?
I turned off my phone and went to sleep.
And?
And the world didn't end.
Amazing.
She was fine. She texted me in the morning and I replied with care and energy because I had rested.
So you were actually a better friend after you protected yourself.
Yes, that's exactly it. I wasn't cruel, I wasn't cold, I just chose myself one night.
And that was self-love.
A very quiet, simple, real version of it.
I think another part of loving yourself more is how you talk to yourself.
The inner voice.
Yes, because some people say the most unkind things to themselves inside their heads.
Things they would never say to anyone else.
Never. If a friend made a mistake at work, you wouldn't say, "You're so stupid, you always fail."
Of course not. You would say, that was hard. What can we learn from this?
But inside our own heads, we say the cruel version.
So easily, so quickly.
And we don't even notice it sometimes.
It becomes like background noise, always running, always negative.
And over time, you start to believe those words.
That's the dangerous part.
Yes, because if you hear something enough times, your brain starts to think it's true.
Even if the one saying it is only you.
So changing how you speak to yourself is a real act of self-love.
A very powerful one.
It doesn't mean lying to yourself.
No, you don't have to say, I'm perfect, when you're not.
You just need to change the tone.
From, I always mess up, to, I'm still learning.
From, I'm so slow, to, I'm moving at my own pace.
From, nobody cares about me, to, I deserve care, and I can start with myself.
Those small changes make a real difference.
Because words shape feelings, and feelings shape choices.
Emma, let's talk about something that comes up a lot: comparison.
Oh, yes, the big, quiet thief.
Comparison steals so much joy.
And it's so easy to compare now because of social media.
You open your phone and you see someone's perfect life.
Their perfect home, their perfect body, their perfect holiday.
And suddenly your own life looks small.
But here's the thing, you're seeing their highlight.
Their best moments, carefully chosen, carefully shown.
You're not seeing their hard mornings,
Their arguments,
their doubts.
their nights when they also feel lost.
Everyone has those, everyone.
And comparing your whole real life to someone else's best moment is not fair.
Not fair to yourself at all.
Self-love means you notice when you're comparing and you stop.
You say, that's their path. This is mine.
And both paths are valid.
Both are real.
You don't have to be on the same road as anyone else.
You just have to keep walking yours.
I want to bring up something a little different now: asking for help.
Oh, this is a big one.
Because many people think loving yourself means being strong all the time.
Independent, capable, never needing anything.
But that's not real strength.
Real strength includes knowing when you need support,
And asking for it.
without feeling ashamed.
Because asking for help is not weakness, it is honesty.
It says, I know what I need and I am brave enough to ask.
That is actually very strong.
Yes, and it is also an act of trust.
You are trusting someone enough to be honest with them.
And that builds real connection.
I had a moment like this once. I was going through a difficult time personally.
You do not have to share details.
No, it is okay. I was feeling very low, very quiet, like a gray sky that does not move.
That is a beautiful and sad image.
And I did not want to talk about it. I kept thinking I should handle this alone.
Because that felt like the strong thing to do.
Yes, but after weeks of that gray feeling, I finally told a close friend.
What happened?
He listened. He did not try to fix everything. He just said, I'm glad you told me.
That is beautiful.
And I felt lighter. Not because the problem was gone, but because I wasn't carrying it alone.
That's what connection does.
And I wouldn't have felt that if I hadn't asked.
So, asking for help is self-love in one of its most honest forms. James, I also want to talk about rest. Real rest.
Not just sleep.
No, rest means different things for different people.
For some people, rest is a long walk alone.
For others, rest is a quiet evening at home with a book or a show.
For some people, rest is sitting in a garden and doing nothing.
Just being.
Just existing without a task or a goal.
And many people feel guilty doing that.
They sit still and immediately their brain says, you should be doing something.
You are wasting time.
You are behind.
But rest is not wasting time.
Rest is how your mind and body repair themselves.
It's how you process the hard things.
How you find new ideas.
how you come back to yourself.
You cannot run a machine without stopping to care for it.
And you are not a machine anyway. You're a person.
A person who needs rest, who deserves rest.
And choosing to rest is choosing yourself.
That is self-love in a very basic and important way. I think we should talk about forgiveness too.
Forgiving yourself.
Yes, because many people carry old mistakes like heavy bags they never put down.
Things they did years ago, words they said, decisions they regret.
And they keep opening those bags and looking at the old pain.
Over and over.
But what does that do?
It keeps you stuck in the past.
Yes, you cannot move forward if you're always looking backwards.
And forgiving yourself doesn't mean what happened was okay.
Right, it doesn't erase the past.
It means you stop punishing yourself for it every single day.
You learn what you can learn,
You make it right if you can.
and then you let it go.
You say, I was doing my best with what I knew then.
And now you know more.
So you do better.
That's growth.
And growth is a form of self-love, too.
I love that. Growth is love.
Because you're saying, I believe I can be better. I believe I am worth the effort.
And that's a beautiful thing to believe about yourself.
Let's talk about something practical now. What does a self-love day or moment look like in real life?
Because I think people imagine it has to be something big and expensive.
Yes, like a spa trip or a holiday.
And those things are nice, sure.
But self-love can be much smaller and still very powerful.
Like what?
Like making yourself a warm drink in the morning and sitting quietly for 5 minutes before the day begins.
That's very accessible.
Or saying no to one plan this week that you didn't want to say yes to.
Small, but meaningful.
Or spending 30 minutes doing something you enjoy, not for productivity, just for joy.
Drawing, cooking, listening to music, walking.
Whatever brings you even a small moment of happiness.
Or writing down 3 things you did well today. Not 3 perfect things, 3 real things.
Like, I finished my work. I drank water. I was patient today.
Those count.
They absolutely count.
Because self-love is built in small moments, not grand gestures.
Yes, it's the small daily choices that add up.
And slowly, those choices change how you see yourself.
And how you move through the world.
Emma, let's talk about what happens when other people don't support your self-love journey.
This is a real challenge.
Because sometimes when you start setting limits or saying no, people are surprised.
Or even a little upset.
They're used to the old version of you, the one who always said yes.
The one who never complained.
And when you change, it can feel strange to them.
But that's okay.
It's okay?
Yes, because you're not changing to hurt anyone, you're changing to take better care of yourself.
And if someone truly cares about you, they will understand.
Maybe not immediately, but with time and honest conversation.
And if someone can't accept your limits at all,
Then it's worth asking what kind of relationship that really is.
that's a hard question.
Very hard, but an important one.
Because you deserve relationships where you are respected, where your needs are acknowledged.
Where you don't have to disappear to be loved.
That's the core of it.
Love that asks you to erase yourself is not the kind of love that helps you grow.
Real love, real friendship, real connection has space for you, the real you.
Including your needs, your limits, your quiet days, your hard moments.
All of it.
I want to go back to something we mentioned earlier, that inner voice, the way you talk to yourself.
Yes, let's go deeper there.
I think one of the most powerful practices in self-love is noticing what you say to yourself after something goes wrong.
Most people don't even notice it.
Right. It is so fast, so automatic.
Something goes wrong, and immediately the voice says something harsh.
Like a reflex.
Yes, you spill something and you say, I am so clumsy.
You forget a task and you say, I am so useless.
You feel sad and you say, why can I not just be normal?
And those words sit in your body.
They do. Words have weight.
And the words you speak to yourself carry the most weight of all.
Because there is no distance between you and those words.
They land directly.
So one small practice is this. When you catch yourself saying something unkind to yourself, pause
Just for a second.
and ask yourself, would I say this to someone I love?
If the answer is no, then maybe try a softer version.
Not fake, not pretending, just kinder.
That was clumsy. Instead of, I am so clumsy.
I forgot that task. I will write it down next time. Instead of, I am so useless.
I am having a hard day. Instead of, why can I not be normal?
Such small changes.
But they shift something.
Over time, they really do.
Emma, do you think everyone struggles with this? I think more people struggle than we realize.
Because from the outside, people look fine.
People are very good at looking fine.
But inside, many carry doubt, tiredness, and that quiet feeling of not being enough.
And they think they are alone in that feeling.
But they are not.
Not even close.
That is one reason I love talking about this kind of topic.
Because naming the feeling helps.
When someone hears that empty feeling or that inner harsh voice and thinks, that is me too,
They feel less alone.
and feeling less alone is the beginning of healing.
Yes, connection starts there.
The connection with yourself and with others who understand.
And maybe with a podcast that talks about real life in simple English.
Maybe.
Okay, let us now do our word tour. Today we have 6 words from our conversation.
These are useful everyday words that will help you talk about self-love and your feelings.
Let us take it slow and clear.
Our first word today is boundary.
Boundary. Boundary.
A boundary is a limit you set about what is okay and what is not okay for you.
It's like a line that protects your peace.
For example, I set a boundary about late-night messages.
Or learning to set boundaries is part of loving yourself.
Boundary. Remember that word.
Our next word is guilt.
Guilt. Guilt.
Guilt is the bad feeling you get when you think you did something wrong.
Sometimes guilt is helpful. It tells you something needs attention.
But sometimes guilt is not fair, like feeling guilty for resting.
For example, I felt guilt when I said no.
Or, I do not want to carry unnecessary guilt anymore.
Guilt, a powerful and common feeling. Our next word is resentment.
Resentment. Resentment.
Resentment is a slow, quiet anger that builds when you feel something is unfair.
It often comes when you keep giving more than you want to.
For example, I felt resentment because I never had time for myself.
Or, resentment grows when we don't say what we really feel.
Resentment. Notice it early.
Our next word is comparison.
Comparison. Comparison.
Comparison is when you look at yourself and then look at someone else and measure the two.
It can steal your happiness very quickly.
For example, comparison makes me feel like I am not enough.
For example, I am trying to stop the habit of comparison.
Comparison, a thief of joy.
Our next word is forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness.
Forgiveness means letting go of anger or blame for others and for yourself.
Self-forgiveness means you stop punishing yourself for old mistakes.
For example, forgiveness helped me feel lighter.
Or, I am learning to give myself forgiveness when I make mistakes.
Forgiveness, a gift you give to yourself.
And our last word for today is worthwhile.
Worthwhile. Worthwhile.
Worthwhile means something is worth the time and effort. It has value.
Taking care of yourself is always worthwhile.
For example, rest is worthwhile, even if it feels unproductive.
For example, loving yourself more is a worthwhile journey.
Worthwhile. Say it again. Worthwhile.
Beautiful. So today we practiced 6 words.
Boundary, guilt, resentment, comparison, forgiveness, worthwhile.
Try to use one of these words today, in a sentence, in your journal, in a conversation.
Even in your head as you go about the day.
Practice makes progress.
And now let's do our Say It Better segment. We take simple sentences and make them sound more natural.
Let's begin.
A learner might say, I always say yes, even if I don't want.
We understand what they mean, but a more natural way to say it is,
I often say yes, even when I want to say no. Or, I have a habit of agreeing to things I don't really want to.
much smoother. Here's another one. A learner says, I feel bad when I do mistake.
Good try, but more naturally you would say, I feel bad when I make a mistake, or making mistakes makes me feel really hard on myself.
The verb is make a mistake, not do a mistake.
A common and easy one to fix.
Next one. A learner says, I want to be more good to myself.
We know what they mean. A more natural version is, I want to be kinder to myself, or I am trying to treat myself better.
Better is used here, not more good.
Small grammar point, big improvement.
Here's one more. A learner says, other people's life look more nice than my life.
That sentence has a few small issues. Let's say it more naturally. Other people's lives look better than mine. Or, I sometimes feel like everyone else has a better life.
Notice other people's lives, not other people's life.
And better, not more nice.
These little things help your English sound more natural and confident.
And one final one. A learner says, I need to put me first sometimes.
That is actually already quite good. A slightly more natural version is,
I need to put myself first sometimes.
or, I am learning to prioritize myself.
Myself, not just me in that sentence.
And prioritize is a great word that means to treat something as a priority.
Beautiful.
What a full and rich episode today.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Me too, and I hope everyone listening felt something in it.
Maybe a little recognition, like, yes, that is me.
Or maybe a small moment of comfort, like, I am not alone in this.
Either way, we're glad you were here.
So let us close with some final thoughts.
Loving yourself more does not mean you stop caring about others.
It means you add yourself to the list of people who deserve your care.
It means you listen to your own tiredness.
You respect your own limits.
You speak kindly to yourself in your own mind.
You forgive yourself when you are not perfect.
You ask for help when you need it.
You rest without guilt.
And you trust that you are worth the effort.
Because you are.
You really are.
Before we go, we want to remind you to subscribe to Mr. English Podcast.
You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts.
And please share this episode with someone you think might need to hear it today.
Share Mr. English Podcast with a friend, a classmate, or someone who is also learning English.
Sharing is the best gift you can give a small podcast like ours.
And we have a question for you today.
What is one small way you can love yourself more this week?
Maybe it's resting without guilt. Maybe it's saying no to one thing. Maybe it's being kinder to yourself after a mistake.
Write your answer in the comments. We read every single one.
We would love to know your thoughts and your story.
Because your voice matters here. Your experience matters here.
And you matter here.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Until next time, keep practicing your English.
Keep being kind to yourself.
And remember this one line from today.
You do not have to disappear to be loved.
Take good care.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.